In a surprising twist, a millionaire's widow is discovered living in a rundown trailer, leaving those who look inside utterly astounded by what they find. But what was she hiding? Well, let's find out. Number 8. Mike Black's Challenge. Mike Black, a self-made millionaire, went out on a radical journey to demonstrate that it's possible to build wealth from nothing, even under the most challenging circumstances. In an initiative he called the $1 Million Comeback, Black decided to abandon his comfortable lifestyle, drain his bank account to zero, and live as if he were homeless, all with the goal of earning $1 million within 12 months. He documented the entire process online, aiming to inspire and teach others about resilience, resourcefulness, and the power of perseverance. The challenge began with Black leaving behind his 7-figure business, putting all his belongings into storage, and stepping into a life without a fixed abode. He limited his resources to a cell phone, a backpack with camera gear, and a single pair of clothes. This dramatic shift to homelessness was meant to simulate starting from scratch, allowing him to experience and overcome the obstacles faced by those who have lost everything. Black's journey was full of difficulties. Initially, he attempted to earn money through panhandling and small jobs found on Craigslist, including a peculiar offer that involved getting paid $100 for a service. However, these efforts were barely enough to sustain him, leading to nights spent sleeping on park benches and a constant struggle for basic necessities like food and water. Despite these hardships, an unexpected turn of events occurred when a stranger, moved by Black's situation, offered him a place to stay. This act of kindness provided Black with a temporary reprieve and a base from which he could start building his comeback. He began by leveraging Craigslist's free section and Facebook Marketplace to flip items for a profit. This initial success allowed him to afford basic personal items and gradually work his way up. To generate a steady income, Black took various jobs, including telemarketing and virtual assistants for a law firm. He also explored gig economy opportunities, such as food delivery using a borrowed car. Through these endeavors, Black was able to join a co-working space, which offered him access to better resources and a conducive environment for working and networking. The turning point in Black's challenge came when he identified a niche market and launched an e-commerce business centered around coffee for dog lovers, which also supported dog rescue organizations. Despite the significant amount of time and money spent on documenting his journey and overcoming numerous setbacks, including health issues and a family crisis, Black remained committed to his goal. The project, though not reaching the $1 million mark within the stipulated time, succeeded in various ways. It showcased the feasibility of starting from nothing and building a sustainable income through creativity, hard work, and strategic thinking. Black's journey also highlighted the importance of community support, adaptability, and the profound impact of digital platforms in enabling business ventures and social connections. If Black's self-challenge shocked you, then the next story on our list will leave you speechless. Number 7. Hugh Panglin's Philanthropic Legacy. In 2010, Hugh Panglin, a billionaire known for his ventures in real estate and hotels, made headlines by donating his entire remaining fortune of $470 million to his charity foundation, elevating its worth to $1.2 billion. Hugh's decision was driven by a desire to encourage philanthropy among the wealthy and to prevent potential misuse of his wealth. He entrusted the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation with managing the funds, specifying that the money could neither be invested for profit nor inherited. Hugh's philanthropic choice was influenced by his own upbringing in poverty, which shaped his understanding of the struggles faced by the less fortunate. His experiences led him to believe in the corrupting potential of wealth and his conviction that his 2 sons would be better off without an inheritance. All that money might corrupt them, Hugh explained, emphasizing his trust in his sons' abilities to support themselves independently. This decision reflected Hugh's values and cemented his status as China's top philanthropist for several years. By choosing to donate his wealth to charity rather than leaving it to his heirs, Hugh demonstrated a unique approach to wealth distribution and family responsibility, setting a notable example for others in his position. Hugh is not the only billionaire with a philanthropic heart. Number 6. The low-key billionaire philanthropist. Chuck Feeney, unlike the well-known philanthropist Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, has conducted his charitable work under the radar for the past 3 decades. The Irish-American billionaire, who amassed his fortune through duty-free shops, has quietly donated approximately $6.2 billion to various charities and causes around the globe. Feeney's approach to philanthropy is marked by his desire to give away his wealth discreetly, aiming to make a significant impact without seeking public recognition. Feeney's commitment to philanthropy is rooted in his belief that wealthy individuals should not wait until their death to share their fortune. He has expressed a wish to die penniless, allocating his remaining $1.3 billion to charitable causes by 2016, with plans to close his foundation by 2020. This philosophy of giving while living has not only shaped Feeney's life, but has also inspired other philanthropists, including Gates and Buffett, to establish their own foundations. Imagine going from a life of luxury to the most basic of amenities. The next story on our list is sure to give you a shock. Number 5. From Mansion to Mud Hut. John Pedley's life took a dramatic turn following a severe car accident in 2002, which was a result of his alcohol abuse. Once a millionaire living a lavish lifestyle filled with excesses, the accident served as a wake-up call that led him to a path of profound transformation. Pedley, who once indulged in womanizing and alcohol, found solace and purpose in spirituality and charity after his recovery. Inspired by friends' charitable work in Uganda, Pedley made a decisive move to change his life completely. In 2010, he sold his $1.5 million farmhouse along with his businesses to fund his new mission. He relocated to Uganda, where he began living in a mud hut, a stark contrast to his former luxurious lifestyle. There he established a charity focused on supporting local orphans and providing rehabilitation opportunities to British children facing troubled circumstances. Pedley's charity work in Uganda was not just an act of generosity, but also a means for his own redemption. He expressed his commitment to his new life with unwavering certainty, stating, "I've never been more sure about anything in my life." In our next story, this woman's fight against her ex-husband is more than just about the money. It's about financial independence. Number 4. Johannesburg Woman's Battle. A wealthy woman from Johannesburg successfully obtained a substantial maintenance settlement from her estranged husband amidst their divorce proceedings. Despite possessing a considerable personal fortune, she convinced the court of her dependency on her husband for financial support and asset management. The husband ceased his monthly allowance of $3,600 to the wife in March, citing her financial independence and his altered economic circumstances due to a declaration of delinquency. The couple initiated divorce actions in September of the previous year, which remain unresolved. The woman disclosed her significant assets during the legal process, including 4 properties valued at $630,000, 2 of which previously generated rental income. Her assets also encompass a $24,000 vehicle, $24,420 in jewelry, $72,481 in offshore investments, and multiple investment and bank accounts, summing up to approximately $90,000. Additionally, she's a beneficiary of a family trust established by her father and has a pension plan worth $4,920. Despite her extensive assets, the woman claimed to lack any substantial income source apart from minimal interest earnings, leading her to borrow money from her father and live in rented accommodations after separating from her husband. The husband refuted her claims of financial need, pointing to her wealthy status due to the family trust and property investments. He further argued that their lavish lifestyle, including international trips and expensive gifts for their children, was funded by her family. The court, led by acting judge Tebogo Tupadlase, sided with the woman. It expressed confusion over her financial struggles given her asset portfolio, but acknowledged her unfamiliarity with managing these assets due to her husband's control over their finances. The judge emphasized her dependence on her husband for financial management and the need for support. Tupadlase highlighted the husband's failure to provide a transparent account of his finances and his attempts to conceal his financial situation. The judgment reflected on the couple's accumulation of valuable assets during their marriage and the husband's previous role in maintaining his wife's lifestyle. The court's decision mandated the husband to pay a monthly maintenance of $5,040 to the wife. He would cover her as a dependent on his medical scheme and pay for any medical or dental expenses not covered by the scheme. He would also pay her cell phone bills and handle monthly rates and taxes for properties owned by the wife. Furthermore, the husband was ordered to pay $10,800 in debts for maintenance and cover the legal cost of the action. The wife also sought child maintenance for their 2 children, a BCom industrial psychology student and an LLB degree candidate. She requested monthly allowances for both and additional support for their education, medical insurance, and accommodation needs. Judge Tupadlase noted the husband's acknowledgement of his responsibility towards their children's maintenance, contingent on the sale of a property in Stellenbosch. The judge concluded that the children, being of age, could manage their maintenance agreements directly with their father. What happens when 2 brothers live jarringly opposite lives? Well, the next story shows how their lives pan out when they choose a life swap. Number 3. Masso Brothers Life Swap. Rich Brother, Poor Brother is a documentary that explores the contrasting lives of 2 siblings. Ivan Masso, a multi-millionaire with a luxurious lifestyle, and his younger brother David, who lives in a van near Glastonbury. This Channel 4 production delves into their experiences as they swap lives for a few days, revealing not just the huge differences in their living conditions, but also their perspectives on life, success, and family. Ivan Masso, described as a multi-millionaire serial entrepreneur, a gay rights campaigner, animal lover, recovering alcoholic, and prominent Tory, splits his time between a 4-story townhouse in London's Bloomsbury, a 13th-century mansion in East Sussex, and a holiday apartment in Barcelona. His achievements are notable, given his humble beginnings as the son of a policeman and a bank clerk. On the other hand, David lives a nomadic lifestyle out of his truck, embracing a sense of freedom and detachment from material wealth. He has explored various careers, including roles as an estate agent, teacher, puppeteer, barrister, political activist, and hash fudge salesman, besides authoring a self-published book. Their dynamic is complex, with Ivan expressing envy for David's easier ride as a child and acknowledging the role of their unstable upbringing in driving his ambitions. David, conversely, values his autonomy and mobility, stating, "I don't give a damn what people think about me. It gives me a lot more power." The documentary showcases their attempt to understand and adapt to each other's worlds. David's journey to Ivan's affluent environment in London and his interaction with Ivan's lifestyle, including the noticeable absence of family photos in favor of self-portraits. This highlights the divergent paths they've taken. David comments on Ivan's display of wealth, highlighting a perceived emphasis on material success. His whole image of importance is having as much wealth as possible. Despite their differences, the brothers share a bond that becomes evident as they navigate through this unique experience. The documentary captures moments of vulnerability, humor, and discovery, offering a glimpse into their relationship dynamics and personal growth. Ivan's perspective on their upbringing and David's candid reflections on his life choices provide a nuanced understanding of their characters and the factors shaping their decisions. Ivan is able to indulge his passion for art. While Ivan is able to indulge his passion for art, his younger brother David currently lives hand-to-mouth out of his truck in a lay-by near Glastonbury. The documentary reveals it juxtaposes their current situations and highlights the contrasting values and priorities that define them. Ultimately, Rich Brother, Poor Brother presents a rare and insightful look into the lives of 2 brothers who find common ground and mutual respect despite their vastly different circumstances and worldviews. The next story of a mother reuniting with her son will definitely leave you teary-eyed. Number 2. Sandra Michelle's reconciliation. Sandra Michelle, once struggling with addiction and financial instability, transformed her life to become a millionaire. Her journey from rock bottom to success is marked by personal growth, but a void remained due to the absence of her family. The story takes a pivotal turn when Sandra discovers her only son, Albert, living in dire conditions through a state news channel report. This moment sparks a quest for reconciliation and healing within the fractured family. Years after her ex-husband Sully took their son and severed all ties due to Sandra's then unstable lifestyle, she finds herself wealthy but alone. Sandra ate dinner alone while she watched the news because she didn't have a family. Illustrates her isolation. Despite achieving financial success and overcoming addiction, Sandra's life lacked the warmth of familial connections, emphasizing the adage that money cannot buy happiness. The turning point comes when Sandra accidentally spots Albert in a news segment, revealing his impoverished living conditions in an old trailer with his wife and twin babies. Shocked and driven by maternal instinct, she decides to reconnect with Albert, embarking on a journey that would change their lives forever. What is he doing there? How can he just reflect Sandra's disbelief and immediate concern for her son's well-being? Upon confronting Albert, she faces initial rejection due to misunderstandings fueled by years of separation. Albert accuses her of abandonment, a narrative presumably shaped by his father. "You were the one who walked out on us. You loved being alcoholic." This accusation sheds light on the complex dynamics and misconceptions that can alienate family members. Sandra's attempt to explain the past and her side of the story signifies a crucial step towards mending their relationship. She reveals her efforts to stay connected with Albert through gifts and calls, all of which were thwarted by Sully. "Every year I would send you gifts. I couldn't reach you." This revelation challenges Albert's perception of his mother, highlighting the impact of communication barriers on relationships. The narrative takes a compassionate turn as Albert opens up about his own struggles following his father's death and his stepmother's remarriage. His admission, "I work as a farmer and my wife works as a tailor to support our girls," uncovers the harsh realities of his life, fostering empathy and a renewed connection with his mother. In a gesture of unconditional love and support, Sandra invites Albert and his family to live with her, offering them a chance at a better life. "You and your family are coming with me. Please, you don't deserve this," Sandra insists, emphasizing her commitment to their well-being and the importance of family support in times of need. Albert's decision to refuse a high position in Sandra's company in favor of learning business basics and working as an intern reflects his desire for self-sufficiency and to make his mother proud. Albert wants to make Sandra proud. This signifies his aspiration for personal achievement and gratitude towards his mother's support. The next story on our list is about a renowned film director, and even he couldn't wait to escape the world of meaningless grandeurs. Number 1. Tom Shadyac, From Hollywood to Simplicity. Tom Shadyac, a celebrated Hollywood director known for blockbuster hits such as Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and The Nutty Professor, experienced a deep personal transformation that led him from a life of luxury to one of simplicity and genuine happiness. Despite his professional success and the luxurious lifestyle it afforded him, including a 17,000 square foot mansion and private jets, Shadyac felt a deep sense of emptiness. "I was standing in the house that my culture had taught me was a measure of the good life," he recalled in his documentary. I was struck with one very clear, very strange feeling. I was no happier." This existential crisis was further worsened by a severe cycling accident in 2007, which left him with a painful post-concussion syndrome. The injury brought him face to face with his mortality, leading to a period of introspection and a radical shift in his outlook on life. Shadyac described this period as one of torture, during which he even began to welcome death. However, it also brought him clarity and purpose, pushing him to question the foundations of his way of living and the broader societal values that underpin it. "Facing my own death brought an instant sense of clarity and purpose," Shadyac stated, revealing a desire to share his newfound insights about life's true meaning. Driven by the questions, "What's wrong with our world? And what can we do about it?" Shadyac embarked on the journey of creating I Am. The documentary explores the director's quest for truth, examining the human condition and societal ills through a personal lens. It marks a departure from his previous work, focusing not on comedy but on critical existential inquiries about happiness, fulfillment, and societal norms. Shadyac's transformation involved not only a change in philosophical perspective, but also a dramatic lifestyle shift. He traded his mansions and luxury cars for a mobile home and a bicycle, choosing to live a life within your means and share your extras with the less fortunate. This decision was not about renouncing wealth, but about seeking a more meaningful and connected existence. This year, Shadyac remarked, his simple way of living has left him feeling truly happier and wealthier than when he lived in the fast lane in Hollywood. As we've seen, shifting from wealth to simplicity can lead to true happiness and fulfillment. But what happens when fortune comes knocking unexpectedly? Dive into the story of a family whose life took a dramatic turn after hitting the jackpot. Click to watch My Family Won the Mega Millions. This is how it changed my life, and discover their journey.